Let's take our seats. Thank you for acknowledging that we had a time change and actually making it to church today. Yay, you! Yeah, great. And maybe anybody out there in virtual land, too. Although you could still be in your jammies. Okay, good morning. My name is Reverend Lanny Howard. I'm your host today. And I want to invite everyone to stand so we can have our first community song. All right.
God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Yay! All righty, thank you. So welcome, good morning again, and welcome to Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. Whether you're a part of our online community or you're here in the room today, I want you to know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. So I'll tell you a little bit about who we are and helps to remind ourselves. I'm honored to be your host this morning, and so reminding us is always a good thing because that's what I call myself, the reminder, because we forget. We get out there and we get into the world and we forget all the good stuff. So we are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through the practical applications of the teachings of the science of mind and spirit. What we believe is there's a lot of things. I mean, you can take classes for the rest of your life, and believe me, I have. So, and you know, there's always more to know, but the real essence of the teachings of the science of mind are all thought is creative and influential. What we think matters. There is only God. And any idea we have about the devil or evil or devilishness or anything like that starts and stops in our mind. It's a thing here on earth. It's not a thing that is an essence of life itself. We made this stuff up and we believe it. Do you remember that comedian who used to say, the devil made me do it all the time? Philip Wilson, right? We wanted a scapegoat. Well, forget it. Everything in our experience is either a call of love or a call for love. So it's either an expression of love or a call for love. And that's simple to say and hard to practice. And then you are, at your essence, whole, perfect, and complete right now, right where you are. You are whole, perfect, and complete. So now that I've told you a little bit about us, I just wanted to see if we have any first-time guests today. So if you're here for the first or second time, if you feel comfortable, would you raise your hand so we can welcome you? All right, welcome. Thank you for being here today. Glad you're here. And if you would like, some of you have already signed up, and if you would like more information, please make sure you do sign up, and we'll be happy to give you more information. And our wonderful administrator, new person packets. So now it's time for our inclusion candle lighting. So I would like to invite Nan up to light the candle for us. We light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, and all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen. This candle reminds us of the light of spirit within each one of us. So we are a praying community. If there is something in your heart and weighing on your mind, I want to remind you that you are not alone. We would love to pray with you, pray for you, support you in whatever's going on. So we have me available after the service to pray with you. So if you need a prayer after the service, just let me know. And also, if you're sitting in the rows that have seat backs in front of you, there are lavender slips there. You can take those lavender slips out and write your prayer request and put it in the little box that's on the table by the front door. In the virtual community, if you would like prayer, please visit sierracenter.org and click Spiritual Support from the menu bar, and then select Prayer. And then you scroll to the bottom of the page and click Submit a Prayer, and then you can fill out a prayer request, and then the practitioners will reach out to you. All right. So now I would like to invite a board member up to read our announcements. And is that you, Diana? All right, Diana Carolyn is going to be reading our announcements today.
Thank you, Lanny. Good morning, everyone. So glad to see you. Everyone set their clocks properly or used a digital clock today? My name is Diana Carolyn. I'm the Vice President of your Board of Trustees. Glad to be here. Today after service, we have a sacred service meeting. We're just going to go over the roles, how to do it, get your input. It's not a commitment. It's just to get some more information and to give us input, and we certainly would love your help. There's more to come on that. Pick up your March and April double issue of the Science of Mind magazine for $10 in the foyer. We've got drop-in yoga with Sarah on Thursdays from noon to 1. Please bring your own yoga mat. $10 suggested love donation. Poetry open mic with Rev Lanny on Friday, March 14th from 5 to 6 p.m. Bring your favorite poem to share in person or via Zoom. $10 suggested love offering. The Sacred Dance meets on March 17th at 10:30 here. From 10:30 to noon. Please arrive at 10:15, and RSVPs are appreciated. To Judy. Is Judy here today? No. Okay. And are you ready to change your thinking and change your life? Rev Mitch and Rev Lanny are offering the Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life class from March 20th from 6:30 to 9. The 6-week course will help you apply science of mind principles, transform your relationships, health, wealth, personal well-being, $175, and payment plans are available. We've got a crystal sound healing bath with Sarah on Friday, March 21st. That sounds really fun. From 5:30 to 6:30 in celebration of the spring equinox. We're going to meet here at the center with affirmations from Ernest Holmes, this thing called You, $15 prepaid, $25 at the door. Let's go support Sarah. It sounds like fun. Guest speaker Georgia Prescott is back on Sunday, March 23rd, accompanied by the music of Gina Wesley, followed by a special performance of Authentic Voices. This is a reader's theater offering real-life stories from this diverse journeys of resilience, transformation, and courage. Don't want to miss it. There's information out there. I looked them up online. It looks very interesting. And are you looking for a way to serve, connect, and make a difference? Volunteers are needed for the Building Search Committee. Help us look for a new location, as well as the Abundance Subcommittee to help with activities and fundraising. Let's work together and strive to grow our community. Sorry, there's a lot of announcements, guys. There's all infos and flyers in the foyer. You can find Zoom links at sierracenter.org. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Diana. All righty. So, I think it's me. I'm doing my sacred reading. And I also want to remind you, we're going to be getting together once a month to discuss the articles and things in this wonderful Science of Mind magazine, which I've been reading since 1995. And believe me, pardon? No, it's the same one, not the same one. But there are, I love the heckling, thank you very much. Yes. All right, so I love the sacred readings because so many times they resonated and they were just what I needed to know and to hear on that day. So the title of this is, and this is a daily guide from the Reverend Dr. Margaret Stortz, who is a very beloved member of the Science of Mind community, who has been around forever and was my practitioner for 20 years. So frequently, I like to open my prayer work with a single word: yes. It is to me an open door for the love and wisdom of the universal presence. Yes says to God, I am open. And it says to the universal law that I give it something positive for its responses. If we understand that the law of mind brings to us in form the nature of what we think about, we will realize the need to be positive, to be affirmative, in other words, to say yes. Biblically, the time zone, I'm blaming it on the time change. Biblically, we read, as a man thinketh, so is he. That's one. And as ye believe, so shall ye receive. These are simply statements that say, our thoughts determine the divine's response to us. Consequently, we need to consider what we're giving the infinite mind to say yes to. Can we, in other words, say yes to ourselves? Are we blessings? Do we know that we are holy, wholesome, right where we are, as we are? Some people have come to believe that they are somehow broken or unworthy to which message the infinite mind must say yes. It is only wisdom and self-respect to make certain that our thoughts are healthy, friendly, and self-approving. We self-correct as needed, of course, but we accept for ourselves only the best that life has to offer. And now, Billy will take us into a song. And after he finishes his song, I will bring us out. We will ring the bell, say 3 ohms after each bell, and then we will go into a 3-minute meditation.
Good morning. All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is love, holy, holy. All one, holy, holy. All one, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is one. Holy, holy, oh God, oh God, oh God, holy, holy, oh God, holy, holy, all in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is God. Holy, holy, all good, all good, holy, holy, all good, holy, holy, all in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy.
Thank you, Billy. All right, I'm going to ring the bell, and then we will chant. in the universe, the power that created this universe in all of its order, in all of its beauty, in all of its balance, in all of its harmony, all of that good, beauty of nature, beauty of the changing seasons, the blooming of the flowers. We realize that there is an invisible essence that is guiding and directing all as we open to it and allow it, because we are each individualized expressions of that one power and presence. That is who we are and what we are. So I accept to know for each one of us that we are open to that infinite yes, to the realization that our divine intuition guides and directs us to those paths that are indeed for our highest good. And I know that this time together is blessed, that the words of Rev K are bringing about a greater realization of our role and our part in bringing about the lives that we desire, the nation that we desire, the world that we desire. And so I know that that power and presence is guiding and directing all of those in service to us today, and I am grateful for their goodness, their presence, their high intention for our good. And so I let this service unfold, knowing that it is a blessing to all here, and that we continue to evolve and unfold that greater realization of that power and presence as who and what we are, and that it is good and very good. And so knowing this is so, I release my word into the law of life itself that resonates with that energy and makes it so. And we affirm this together as we say, and so it is. And now we will have another song from Billy.
Okay, hi everybody. It's a song I wrote some years ago. A little band with me. Thoughts of distance fall behind. Heart to heart we build. Thoughts of emptiness I feel. Thoughts of emptiness I feel. Too many times you got blind, leading blind, and wide circles they roam. And to my heart I am playing my part. Wanna help them to find their way home, home. And in the end we find thoughts of distance fall behind. I do not we feel thoughts of emptiness I feel. Thoughts of emptiness I feel. Together we sing that a thought is a thing, and a thought can be all that it takes. Bring out the best, make the worst take a rest. Now just think what a difference it makes. Hey, yeah, oh yeah. And thoughts of distance fall behind. thoughts of emptiness I feel. Thoughts of emptiness I feel. Thoughts of distance fall behind. High to high, thoughts of emptiness I feel. Thoughts of emptiness I feel. Thoughts of emptiness I feel. Thoughts of emptiness I feel.
Thank you so much, Billy. Yeah, let's give it up again one more time for him. Yeah. We're so grateful when you're here. Yes. All right. Yes, you may go sit down now. Well, good morning again, everyone. My name is Karen Blakeley. I go by Rev K, and I have the privilege of being your speaker this morning. Reverend Mitch is sending his love to this entire community from Kansas City. He is there celebrating this, in the celebration of life for his brother who recently made his transition. So I just want to invite all of us to take a moment. Let's rub our hands together, get that energy going, and let's just send him our love back. Yes. Thank you for joining me in that for a moment. And I am so grateful to see all of you here this morning. We had a lot of things going on. We had our time change. We've talked about that already. And then we also had a power outage. So I'm like, wow, look at everybody who still managed to make it to church. So I'm like, you're here by divine appointment. And so with that in mind, please turn to someone near you and just say, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. So glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. All right, and bringing it back. It is such a joy just to see all of the love and the connection that is in this room. I know one of our beloveds shared with me this morning that this is her recharging station. And I said, I'm going to steal that. This is a recharging station. And it's such a great time for that, isn't it? I feel like every time I turn on the news, there is something that just makes my head spin, that there is just this large emotional response that I have to what's going on. And I'm like, wait. But we're focused on the world that works for everyone. And I feel like there's a long way to go to get there. And so it brings out this sense of chaos in me. And many of you may know I am a nurse by trade. And so that means that I really love to dig into the science behind things. And so if we look at the science behind chaos, we know that when we stand in that place, that we activate our fight or flight syndrome. That we either want to run away or we want to fight. We've got music going on. I love it. And what it also does is it shuts down our prefrontal cortex. That's our thinking brain. So this is a bad combination, right? We've got this feeling of chaos and fight or flight, and we're not thinking clearly. And if it keeps going, what we know is that it also leads to increased feelings of overwhelm, anxiety, and worry. And beyond that, it disrupts our happy chemicals like dopamine. And so that can lead us into this place of feeling a lack of motivation, numbness, and even disassociation. So where we really feel paralyzed and can't do anything. And so as I thought about this, I thought about how perfect it was that our theme for this month is into the light, that it's the light that we're really craving, that it's the light that helps us to overcome that feeling of darkness. And last week, Reverend Mitch started us off by talking about the gifts of the return and how that is an inner choice that we all make. And so today we're going to start off where he left us off. And what I know is that if we're here on this planet, that we have an opportunity to shift our perspective and begin to look in a different direction. That if we're here by divine design. And that means we're here on purpose. And that we can each be the change that we want to see. And what I know is that together we rise. That it's when we join together in community like what we're creating here that we really see that difference. That we feel that difference. And it's when we learn to listen to that inner urge that is whispering to us, come be me, go to this place, connect with that person, do this thing. That is when we start to step into our greatness. That is when we start to shine our inner light. In the New Thought Dictionary, we read, light stands for the radiation of pure spirit, casting its rays through humans by incarnation. There is absolute light as well as perfect life at the center of everyone's being. And this is something that I call the sacred yes, which is the title of my talk today. And so I want to ask us, what is your sacred yes? Where do you feel called to lean in and volunteer and serve? Both for this community, for our country, for our entire world. And as we contemplate that, I want to share 3 steps that we can take on this journey of leaning into the sacred yes. Earlier this week, on Thursday morning, I had the opportunity to take Reverend Mitch down to the airport in Sacramento. And that meant, go down the 80 to the 5, and I know how I'm going to get home and everything. And I'm like, oof, and we're right in rush hour traffic. I don't like rush hour traffic very much. It's one of the things that led me to living in smaller towns. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to manifest no traffic. There's not going to be any traffic. I'm just going to hold to that. And maybe that's a little Pollyanna of me, but I'm like, nope, I'm going to get home in a perfect place, and I'm not going to feel overwhelmed by the traffic. And I decided I would go ahead and set up my GPS on my phone just because I don't know Sacramento all that well. And, it makes it a little easier. So I set up my GPS, and I get off the airport exit, and it says, turn on the 99. And I'm like, the 99? I don't know anything about the 99. There's a few of you are like, yeah, I know this way. It's the back way. And I'm like, the 99? But I don't know how to get home on the 99. And I was like, well, I'm just going to trust the process. And that's step 1, right? So I turn on the 99, and before long, I am in this beautiful rolling countryside, and there's fields, and there's cows grazing in the fields, and I'm literally the only car on the road. And I really didn't know quite where I was at, but I was really enjoying this, beautiful scene and this completely separate experience from what I thought I was going to have on my return drive. And soon enough, as I'm turning right and left, I end up on the 20, and I'm back home where I know where I am, and I've arrived safely. Well, we each have something installed, an app installed in us called our spiritual GPS. I call that intuition. But how often do we choose, no, I don't know how to go this way. I don't know how I'm going to make that happen. So, I could have chose to do the 5 to the 80, and it would have gotten me home, but it might not have been as pleasurable. That it's when we listen to our spiritual GPS, to that intuition, that things run smoothly. Ernest Holmes said this quote, sorry, it took me a minute to find it there, in 1933, and I think it is so powerful today. Every day, every minute, every second, there is a choice. We choose what we want, but we trust the law to decide how our choice is to come about. We are on the planning committee, but we are not on the ways and means committee. Lean into that one for just a minute. We're on the planning committee. We're co-creating our lives with the divine, but we're not on the ways and the means committee. We have to surrender that over. We have to let that go. So often, and I don't know if you're like me, but I get stuck in the how. I want to know, I want an entire roadmap. I want to see every step that it's going to take. Then I'm going to arrive here. This is what I want, and this is exactly how to get there. But that's not how this one works. That spiritual intuition doesn't have like our GPS in our car where we can see the route. We just have to trust that Spirit has got us. And so the sacred yes is really a spiritual hero's journey. It requires us to step into the unknown and really trust that process. We have to get out of our comfort zone and become who we are meant to be here so that we can fully express that beautiful, radiant light that is within us. And sometimes I know it feels like, but Rev K, I am doing all of the things. I'm meditating, I'm reading, I'm coming to church, and nothing's happening. And what I'm going to suggest is that something is happening in the unseen. That this might be your time where you are just preparing to bloom. When I first moved here from Eureka to join my beloved Reverend Mitch, I brought with me this great big white pot full of dirt. And I think he thought I was a little crazy when I put it in the front yard, and I just let it sit there. And he's like, what's going on with the pot? I'm like, you'll see. It'll be fine. And it sat out there in the sweltering heat. And then it sat out there as winter arrived, and we had all the storms, and it weathered the thunderstorms and all of the brittle cold. And it was just last week that it began to stretch up beautiful green. Yeah, anybody know what I'm talking about? It's tulips. Yeah. And what we know about tulips is that if we don't allow them to sit outside in the cold, that they don't have the opportunity to really dig their roots down deep, that allows them to rise up and share all of that beauty with us. So maybe life's thrown you some things, and maybe you've endured a storm or two, or felt left out in the cold, but maybe that was just a way of preparing you for something new. In the book, Making All Things New, it says, indeed, living a spiritual life requires a change of heart, a conversion. Such a conversion may be marked by a sudden inner change, or it can take place through a long, quiet process of transformation, where the pain, until we get to that place where the pain pushes until the vision pulls. That we open up into that sacred yes. And I'm often reminded of that image of the caterpillar who's just like trucking along, doing its own thing, and all of a sudden it's in this cocoon. And that process is pretty extreme. That in that cocoon, literally, every cell of its body knew the amazingness that it was meant to be. And that it leaned in to say yes to that process, it emerges this beautiful butterfly, sharing all of that beauty with the world. And that brings me up to the last point, and that's once you find your sacred yes, we've got to own it. We've got to step in and claim our power in that place. That caterpillar didn't still try to walk along on little branches and do its little thing. It's like, no, I could fly now, and I'm going to fly, and I'm going to shine. And each and every one of us has that same light within us, that same gift to open up and shine. And so I'm talking about standing in your divine power. We often talk about principles of the divine. Those are true truths that we can't argue with, like love and joy and peace. And power is also a divine principle. But it's one that I think sometimes gets a bad rap because it's often thought of as a synonym for force. And we're not talking about force here. We're not talking about power over. We're talking about the power of. That place that we know that we are one with the one. That we are powerful beyond measure. A really powerful book called Power versus Force by Dave Hawkins explains it this way. Force is temporary, aggressive, and external. It often involves coercion, manipulation, or competition. It creates resistance and is ultimately unsustainable. Power, on the other hand, is authentic, stable, and internal. It comes from truth, integrity, and alignment with a higher consciousness. Power does not need to dominate. It naturally attracts and influences without resistance. When we shine our light and we share our gifts, we can't help but illuminate the darkness. If you're looking for a way to begin to step into your sacred yes, stay after service today. We're going to have a meeting about ways that you can volunteer to continue spreading that light in this beloved community. Because once we do that, it trickles out. We share it here, and then we share it with our town, and we share it with the entire world. And what would our planet look like if each and every one of us was playing full out and leaving it all on the playing field of this is my divine yes. This is my power. I'm getting applause on that. I love it. Yeah. And so I'm hoping that's feeling an inspiration to go and do just that. And so I want to leave you with one final quote. And some of you may be familiar with this. And I will say it is a bit long, but I think it's worth a read. And the words have been attributed to a few different people. But we're going to go with the one that I like best. There's really no, I like them all. But Marianne Williamson says this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? She goes on to say, actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. We are all meant to shine. I hope that you will join us this month as together we step into that light and claim our inner power, declaring that sacred yes, that it is together that we can make change and realize our vision of a world that works for everyone. Thank you. And so let's go ahead and read our affirmation together. And I'm going to I'm supposed to read it once and then you guys read it with me. I step forward claiming my sacred yes, for I know I am a brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous manifestation of the One. And now together. I step forward claiming my sacred yes, for I know I am a brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous manifestation of the world. Together we are going to illuminate the entire planet, and so it is.
All right. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you. you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day, this healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. This healing, this wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful life. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful life. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Make sure I had the words right.
Thank you so much, Billy. Thank you so much. All right, and so now we are up to our time of conscious giving. If you have felt spiritually fed by anything that happens in this center, anything that you have heard or experienced today, I just encourage you to take that gift to your heart, whether that is a prayer or a financial good. There are many ways that you can give of your financial abundance. You'll see up on the screen in a moment, we can do cash, checks. There is a QR code. If you have it, we have a way for you to give it. And let's just say this prosperity affirmation together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Guitar is too loud. Turn the guitar down a little further. Right.
So we just speak a word of blessing over every gift and every giver, knowing that this too is the energy of the divine, that it goes out to support the center and this community and beyond, that it is that vibration of love and light, pressed down and overflowing. And so I just give thanks. I give thanks for the continued growth and abundance of this community and for every beloved member here, knowing that each one of us is a blessing. And so it is. All right. And then we want to be sure and thank everyone who has made this service possible today. And so we're going to test my ability to remember names here. We'd like to thank our Nan for lighting our candle, Diana for doing our announcements today, Shauna and Diana on our tech, Maya on sound, Revlani for being our facilitator and also our practitioner of the day. We have Carol doing children's church, and Billy Benson for our musician. Yeah, all right. It truly takes a village. Again, I know you've heard me say it a couple of times, but if you would like to lean in and find ways that you can be of service in this community, please stay after. There is going to be food too, if that kind of sways you a little bit. Stay after and join us to find out other ways that you can serve. So what are you taking away with you today? Joy. Yes. I love it. What is it? Shine. Friends. Music. Empowered. Hubba hubba. And I go, all right. Well, I'll take it. All right. Beautiful. All right, well, please go ahead and stand. We're bringing all these qualities in as we do our final benediction. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It is this thing called the sacred yes. It is this thing called the sacred yes. It is this thing called light. It is this thing called light. It is this thing called community. I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. All right, and we'll have our closing song.
Okay, here we go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I feel the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. I'm only here for God. Huh. All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great week. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I talked about it 3 times. Okay, great. You just didn't hear it, but we did. I didn't realize you were back there.
Cut. Guitar.